Counterpunch Boxing News, and I am live to reveal the verdict of Ryan Garcia. Okay, I'll let the chat load because people are getting notifications. YouTube is sending out algorithms out of this world and letting people know that I am live to tell you guys some new news concerning Counterpunch Boxing News concerning Ryan Garcia. Ryan Royan Garcia. Listen, um, Ryan Garcia, you know, we look at him before the fight, we look at him during the fight, we look at him after the fight. And it was it was very Tyson Fury-ish, but in his own way, you know what I mean? They did Ryan dirty, bro. No. What they did was, I think they kind of somewhat made an example out of him. I think what they did was with Ryan, you know, look, here's the thing. There's a dirty issue in the sport of boxing concerning drugs. I mean, there just is. And my thing is, I don't like them making examples out of anybody. I mean, it could have been worse people. Hold on. Because, see, here's the thing. I feel that at the end of the day, Ryan beat the shit out of Devin Haney. He beat the shit out of Devin Haney, and because he beat Devin Haney up like he did, I don't think Devin Haney wants to go in there with a clean or unclean Ryan Garcia. I just don't see it going any other way, because we found out that Devin Haney is not as good as we thought he was. You know, all he needed to do was get hit early, get hurt early, and then every game plan that he's supposed to had went right out of the damn window. That's what we learned about Devin Haney. Okay, Devin Haney made the mistakes of trying to jab and leave his guard open to get countered. And I can't say he never really corrected it. That should have been something. That fucking right hand, that right glove, supposed to never left his face. Okay, that should have never left his face for that left hook to even land. That left hook should have either hit Devin Haney's wrist, arm, or glove. Okay, it should have never hit his face like that. Okay, you know what I mean? So, and look, this is just my honest opinion about it. I ain't gonna lie to you anyway. Why would I lie about any of this shit? You know, that's why I hate when people say that. So this is my opinion about Garcia versus Haney too, since there should be a rematch. David Downs. Okay, this is my counter to in response to you. I don't think they would want that because they have nothing else to stand on. They have nothing else to stand on. If Ryan taxes his ass again, if Ryan beats him up again, the same way, or in a similar fashion, you know, knockdowns, that fight really should have been stopped. Really, you know what I mean? Because the way Devin went down, bro, that was a referee could have, any other referee probably would have. Any other referee probably would have stopped that fight. Let's just be real. Let's just be, call it a buck. You know what I mean? But if he fights him again, he has nowhere to go if he loses again. And then people will look at Devin Haney and understand, well, he can't fight. He's just a jabber and a grabber. He has heart, but he's no Floyd Mayweather pretty boy. He's not that. He's not a pretty boy Floyd Mayweather, even though they prepped him, they trained him. They took him to Mayweather gym. They wanted him to be a carbon copy of Floyd, and he's just not that guy. You know what I mean? Devin Haney is a B- or C+ fighter. Ryan Garcia, now here's the thing about Ryan. Ryan is about a B- or C+ fighter too. The only difference is Ryan has better attributes when it comes to his left hook. Ryan's left hook is equivalent to Deontay Wilder's right hand, or the right hand he used to have, right? So we don't really know how how that is until he, if he gets back in there and knocks somebody else out credible. But we ain't seen that in so damn long. So in 2 fights, we haven't seen that within 2 losses. You know, Mikhail, Haney got the Diddy plug to pull strings. Corrupt. Well, I wouldn't be talking about retirement. What I would do with Ryan, look, this is, if I'm Ryan Garcia, this is how I'm going to play it. I wouldn't quit boxing. I just wouldn't fight New York no more. Blame New York. I mean, you blamed everything else. You blamed ashwagandha. You blamed supplements that you never took. You blamed Victor Conte. You blamed Bill Haney. You blamed Team Haney. So if you blaming people, shit, blame them. Look, man, I'll never go back to New York State. I'll never go back to New York to do another show in New York. I'm a California boy anyway. West Side. you know. The punishment was 1 year ban from boxing. That's not a bad thing. I think it could have been worse. Skrilla 50 in the building. What's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. King Skrilla. Yeah. Nathan Alvidez. Okay. Haney and his dad are such cryberries, babies. I hope they rematch. So Garcia, no, he's not doing it. He already said he's not. Nathan, they ain't doing nothing about no rematch. They're not having a rematch. And that's one thing we can say, that Wilder's better than Haney in this regard. And here's the deal. The irony of it is, okay, first of all, Wilder wanted it in blood, right? Haney didn't. See, Wilder wanted to have his hands and, like, I guess, leave it up to the gods, right? In a duel, trial by combat type shit. That's what Wilder wanted, and he lost. But I mean, he gave up one hell of a fight, didn't he? So yeah, Haney. Oh no, I don't want to fight a cheater. I don't want to be in the same ring as a cheater. Man, that dude beat the hell out of you. And you mean to tell me you want to rest all that ass whooping on your lack of or your lack of defense? You don't want that? Come on, bro. See that, but that's that. But here's the irony. I gave Wilder a bad time about wanting to get in the ring with someone that corrupt. And I still stand by it. Why wouldn't I? If Wilder wanted it in blood, thinking that everybody was against him, that's one hell of an odds. Garcia would beat the shit out of Haney, drugs or no drugs. Well, here's the thing. If Ryan Garcia gets the opportunity, he should do exactly that. I would love to go upside Devin's head again. But calling Devin Haney and Bill Haney crybabies, you have to understand, Bill Haney watched his son get skull drug. I mean, man, the dude got beat from pillar to post. He probably won one round, and that was probably round 2. And then another round where I think Ryan slowed down for some reason. But Ryan's not a killer, though. He's just a guy with a good left hook. He's not a good finisher. He just throws a bunch of sporadic punches like a fucking retard. He doesn't put anything in, you know what I mean? Like, what about the body shots? He was going right for Devin's head because he hit Devin and hurt him upstairs. He didn't think, like, why didn't you just switch it down to the body? Because if you guys been watching Ryan Garcia like I have, what did he do to Cool Hand Luke? Luke was a golden Olympian, and he dropped Ryan Garcia. Dropped him. But then Ryan came back with a left hook to the kidney. No, I'm sorry, to the liver, and shut that boy down. Luke Campbell. Okay, he shut down Luke Campbell. Chickarelli, what's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. Haney already said that he won't rematch Ryan. Yeah, right. No, St. Arleon. They've released the statement. Okay, they released the statement. This is what it is. This is what it's about. Molly Whopping. um, C plus. Yeah, both are C plus. Well, yeah, C plus or whatnot. Yo, Kurt, what's up in crew? Much respect. Loreco Perez, what's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. The moment Errol steps into the ring after the Neuralink implant activation, it will be like a symphony of speed and precision, leaving his opponents bewildered and audiences utterly spellbound. Okay. Or that he is here for you and always choose, even when he seems far away. Brandon Helton, I heard that, brother. Just realize this live. Just realize this is live. Yeah, this is live. They should have kept Haney's loss on his record. Well, I've never seen that shit before. I've never seen someone win and then they took it off. So that meant, he tested dirty and they're not having that no more. But then here's the thing. See, when you make an example out of somebody, it's almost like it's unfair to the person you made an example out of. That person should be a fucking beginning of an avalanche when it comes to that. That means that all these fights that folks cheated, you know what I mean? That means that all of them should be taken away. Kurt is fam forever to me. Lee W in the building. They did the Keyshawn Davis for weed. Oh, yeah. Did they do that? Well, they're just taking away victories. People are taking straight ass whoopings. And guess what? They're taking it from them if they find any foul play. Wrongdoing. Ryan is an Instagram model and with a left hook. Well, I don't think he needs anything, though. He's rich. He's a millionaire. Unless he gets on crack or some bad shit like that spends all of his money and he gives it all to the dope man, he'll be fine. You know what I mean? And like, he has money, so he can afford to go to like rehabs and shit like that. That's all Ryan really needs right now. He needs rehab. Scance Rants. What's up, brother? Scance Rants in the building. They usually change the W/L to a no contest. Yeah. I mean, I see that, and I think, if anything, that's what it is. Shit. They changed it, and they know they changed it. Ryan was targeted by Caleb Plant recently. Oh yeah, how so? Ryan keep messing around and talking. Well, he's going to be suspended anyway, so he can't do anything. There's nothing he can do. There's nothing that Ryan can do. Shows we all go through stuff. Yeah, but I don't know. Ryan's just annoying to me. Maybe because he's a kid. Rolly Romero used to get on my nerves too. Rolly was one of them dudes you want to see, just want to slap. Ryan is one of those guys you just cringe. Like, you know what I mean? If you looked at his life, if you look at him from the past 5 years, in 5 years, this dude, he was this clean cut guy. Now, I mean, if he was this clean cut image guy, he could probably pull off that, hey, I'm a Christian, thank you, Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, narrative. Kurt, what up, my guy? Mark Nash TV in the building. What's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. They can remove the L, but they can't remove the ass whooping. Swamp Blood 71. Absolutely. I find Ryan interesting, not annoying. He's annoying to me. That's a good way of saying annoying. It's just negatively interesting. Problem for Haney is that you can't you can't really overturn a loss in the public's eye, and nobody's going to see him as undefeated. Well, I mean, to me, honestly, to me, he lost anyway. He already got beat by Lomachenko. To me, look, I look at Devin Haney as a guy that he's been beat, but he just got the nod. I look at Devin Haney the same way I look at Josh Taylor. The only difference is nothing. Josh Taylor just didn't get an ass whooping like that, but he got beat up by T.O. You know what I mean? And then he lost again. So that's his second loss. He really lost to Sandor Marti. No, he didn't fight Sandor Marti. I'm sorry. Who did he lose to? He really lost to Catterall in the first fight. Josh Goggins, good evening from Alabama, brother. Hashtag bomb squad. Counterpunch to you. I mean, he already lost to me, so I mean, I don't really care about his record. You know, I mean, they just fought tooth and nail for it, but what does it mean? You didn't see Floyd get slapped around by any other fighter like that and got dropped a couple times, and you know what I mean? Man, nothing happened like that. Anthony Schultz in the building. What's up, Big Kurt CP? God bless, brother. God bless you, brother. Everything's good. Yeah, man. I'm in the hangar sweating. As you guys can see, I'm in a big hangar. Look at this. So, a real fighter. What's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. Big up, Kurt. God bless. Shout out from Arkansas, Jermaine Taylor fan here. Pigpen, what's up, brother? Man, shout out to Jermaine Franklin, undisputed middleweight champion of the world, Craig. You know? But, yeah, man. So we're looking at Ryan Garcia. He gets a 1-year fine. It's a no contest. They take away the loss of Devin Haney. The fine hasn't happened yet. But I think what Ryan will do, he'll counteract with this. He'll just retire. Stuntman, what you think about the Bad Boys movie? The new one? I don't know. Man, honestly, I just seen Bad Boys for Life. And I shouldn't be this way, but I am this way. You know what I mean? I hold people to a certain standard. When Will Smith slapped the shit out of Chris Rock, I just stopped I stopped looking at him as the same. I know he's a good actor, an award-winning Oscar winner and all that stuff, but man, like Bad Boys, like the franchise, the first one and the second one, oh, you couldn't beat it. The third one, Bad Boys for Life, you know, and even like, and I think they did that before he slapped Chris Rock. It didn't really matter. It didn't matter to me simply because it was like, you know, like, dude, you slapped a smaller little dude and made you look like a bully and a pussy whooped guy, you know, and that had problems when you couldn't control your own problems. So you took it out on little Chris. And I just thought, you know what I mean? I like, look, I'll watch Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Matter of fact, I was watching it the other day because, you know, they got us in a room and I ain't watched television in so long. So I just put it on TV. But I just look at Will different, man. Will was the man. Bro, Bad Boys, Enemy of the State. You know what I mean? Like, dude, he had so many films that were just freaking good, bro. You know what I mean? Good acting. 8 pounds. Was it 8 pounds or 7 pounds? I Am Legend. Things like that. Man, those were like, you know, dude was a hell of an actor. He's still a good actor. It's just, you have to realize that he's just not what we thought he was. That's all. You know what I mean? He's just not what back then. Lee W. Back then. I never looked at the real life man as the characters. Well, here's the thing. And coming from a thespian of myself, you have to have some type of connection with the character. You know, so your association with the character, you have to see some of that character within you. That's how it works. If you look at something, okay, let me give you guys an example. Do you guys remember Back to the Future? By Wise and Ends. If you guys remember Back to the Future. Does anybody remember that? Wise and Ends. Back to the Future. The original Back to the Future. Y's or N's? Yes. Hell yes. Real fighter. Skill of 50, yes. Kevin Mitchell, yes. Scance Rants, I Am Legend is my shit. Yeah. Yes, of course. John Levitt, no. Wow. They are sad to watch now. Okay. Gemini Man was nice. I did like Gemini Man. That was the last Will Smith movie I watched, you know. IGHT. What the hell is that? What the hell is that? I don't know what that was. Okay. Kind of. Okay. That was a classic. Back to the Future was first casted by Eric Stoltz. Eric Stoltz, not Michael J. Fox. And about 6 weeks of filming, Eric Stoltz was like, this is just not me. I'm not this character. The character don't fit. You know, sure, I got casted as a role, but it's just not for me. Eric Stoltz, the same guy that played Elephant Man, the same guy that played on what was he known for? He was on Anaconda. He was the guy that got bit in the neck with Ice Cube and J-Lo, back when J-Lo was still none. Well, I guess I ain't gonna say a nun piece of shit, but she was cool, I guess, in the 90s. She was fine in the 90s. Pulp Fiction. He was in Pulp Fiction. You know, I'm classed as an old now. I'm classed as old now. Damn. Well, I guess we're all old. Fuck it. Well, we're, you know, yeah, it's always good to know your circle, your warm circle of age, because you can hang around young people or you can hang around older people. You can hang around people that you don't associate with. You can do that all day. Fine, not cool. She wasn't cool. I don't think she was ever cool. I just think she wasn't about shit until she was about shit. And she showed people like, hey, I'm really a bitch. That's J-Lo. However, yeah, favorite Pulp Fiction. He played the dude that sold the heroin to Vincent Vega. You know what I mean? What, you bringing her here? Don't bring any fucked up bitch to my house, man. You know. That's Eric Stoltz. He was casted as Back to the Future. And the point I'm trying to make is they casted Michael J. Fox and it just clicked, right? So certain characters are for you and certain characters are not for you. Okay, so that being said, like when you see Will as a character, you know, you take him for that. Like Hitch, you know, you thought Hitch was Will because, you know, you're supposed to identify with that character enough to be that type of personality. When you find out that person's done, then went and did something. This motherfucker slapped Chris Rock on national TV. That shit made world news. That slap was heard in Australia a day ahead of us. I'm just keeping it real. So no, I mean, Will was the shit back then, you know. Yeah, but DiCaprio can't be the dude in Gilbert Grape and the dude in Blood Diamond. He's just a good actor. That could be a good character regardless of role, but that's not who he really is. Well, that's what you call character acting. Okay, so the character happens to be a South African, and we all know Leonardo DiCaprio ain't a fucking South African, or he doesn't have Down syndrome. That's just him showing his acting chops as an impersonation of how he feels what either an autistic dude, you know, back then we used to call it retarded, dude would say, crazy, right? Somebody with mental retardation. That's what they used to call it, but what do they call it? Down syndrome. Okay, that's his interpretation of that. Okay, so but yeah, I don't want to think like that. When I first seen Will do that, I laughed. But then I thought about it, and really you start dissecting Will's life in the last 3 or 4 years. It's been sad, man. His life's been sad. Like, his wife did him like that. That was sad. You know, and let's tie this into boxing. Look at poor ass Deontay. That's why I did that video today about Deontay Wilder. Okay. I mean, Deontay Wilder, you know, he's human, you know. I mean, he probably did slap around. He found out he was, you know, his girl was screwing around with some actor, or, you know, somebody that she probably really liked. And, you know, and she played the long game on his ass, had a kid with him. You know, he helped her get established on where she needed to go without working a 9 to 5. Now she has a bigger platform. Now she has a clothesline. Now she has a perfume line. Now her ass is, see ya, wouldn't want to be you. So Sam Jackson is my favorite actor. Yeah, Samuel Jackson, man. I never met him. Well, yes, I have. I'm tripping. Yes, I have. I have met Samuel Jackson. Samuel Jackson was at the premiere of Black Panther. Okay. And the reason why he was at the premiere of Black Panther was because we went to the premiere in Atlanta, Georgia. Okay. At the Fox Theater. So they had a viewing for everybody like mayor, actors, city officials. They had all those there. Okay. So I got invited to that. And they had another live or premiere rather. They had it in L.A. So Chadwick and all them cats, Michael B. Jordan and all those, they were in L.A. So in Georgia we had Samuel, because he was the one that presented the movie, and it was hilarious, dude. He was like, Samuel came out there, and he's a Marvel character, Nick Fury, that's his character. So he came there, hey, yeah, as you guys know, I play Nick Fury and a whole lot of other motherfucking characters. So I'm gonna ask y'all one question. Are y'all ready to see the motherfucking show? And everybody like, all right, right? See, like Tyrese was there, guys like that. And this is right after Tyrese went through that shit with his wife. You know what I mean? And you seen Tyrese crying, what do you want from me? I'm like, what's wrong with Tyrese, dude? He's tripping. Yeah. So, so, yeah, but yeah, Samuel, dude, that dude's a trip. Pulp Fiction was the best. Jules Winfield. No, Vincent Vega and Jules. Was it Jules Winfield? I don't remember it being Winfield. I would remember that, I think. But I know it was Jules and Vincent. Wilder needs to stay away from women just box. No, he needs to stay away from women that are in the spotlight. Understand, just because you're a public figure don't mean you need to rub elbows with other people that are looking for a status boost. Because that's what she was looking for. Taylor Swift was looking for a status boost, and she got it. You know what I mean? She just got it. She got in where she fit. If Wilder was who he was, if this happened to Wilder 8-9 years ago, you wouldn't have heard of Taylor Swift because she wouldn't have been with a losing boxer. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. This guy's yapping, okay? My top 5 actors, not in order: Gene Hackman, Denzel Washington, John Travolta, Kurt Russell, Mel Gibson, and yes, I'm an 80s and 90s movie guy. Robert Jacob, I can't tell. Yeah, man. Who? My top 5 in the 90s. Bruce Willis, Arnold Schwarzenegger. Well, these are action. Jean-Claude Van Damme, because this is the 80s, right? Who else could be there? Who else could be there at that time? Carl Weathers, because Carl Weathers was all in the 80s, bro. People forget about that. 1, 2, 3, 4, all the Rockies, Action Jackson, Predator. You know what I mean? Who else? Denzel, I didn't really know him in the 80s. I've seen some stuff from the 80s, but he wasn't in. Yeah, let's see. That's what Wilder gets for trying to wife a hoe. He should have seen this coming. Chuck Norris. Yeah, Chuck Norris is in there. So Chuck Norris, Bruce Willis, Mel Gibson, Carl Weathers, and Arnold Schwarzenegger. And Jean-Claude Van Damme. So, that's 6, I know. But it is what it is. Know a Name, Counterpunch to You from Russia. Yeah. So, yeah, Chuck was around. Uh-huh. Yeah, Jean-Claude Van Damme, Nowhere to Run, and Universal Soldier. Yeah, man, he had some good movies, man. Time Cop was good, and that wasn't my best. Just Time Cop has had a different element to it. Yeah, Wesley Snipes. Wesley Snipes was in the 90s, though, not in the 80s.
Billy?
I needed somebody going back to
Alright, I'm sitting out here by the shorties.
Bloodsport, best ever. I know what you meant. Not Bloodspot, but Bloodsport. Do you remember Chuck Norris and Silent Rage? I think so. I think Chuck came out with so many movies, though, man. Brandon Lee was in the 90s. He started making low-budget movies like Laser Mission, Legacy of Rage in the 80s. The 90s came around, then came Showdown in Little Tokyo. He was in Kung Fu with David Carradine. He played David Carradine's son, an assassin from China. It was called Bruce Lee. It was crazy. The choreography sucked, but it is what it is, He should be banned for life. But yeah. But no, I think that everything happens, Russia stopped with the nukes, bro. You are gangsters? Well. Yeah, but there were a lot of classic movies then. But a lot of times, if you grew up in the early 80s, or you were born in the late 70s, right? You tune to think like it was a time frame when the 80s ended and the 90s began, and it was weird because you think certain things were in the 80s and they're actually in the early 90s. Kurt, you got any brothers? Yeah, I got a lot of brothers. Sure do. How about Clint Eastwood, Make My Day? You can take it from my cold, dead hand. Yeah, Clint Eastwood just held his own through decades, bro. Clint has never stopped. He's 92 or 93 years old. He's old as shit, but he's been around forever. You keep making excuses for Wilder. No, he just should have had the right type of backing, and I feel bad for him. I just feel bad for the guy, but back to Ryan Garcia, man. I think Ryan Garcia, it was a little harsh. They could have gave him 6 months, but they could have gave him 2 years. They could have gave him that. So look at it that way. So for all the Ryan Garcia fans out there, he says he's going to retire. And I'm like this. Everybody that talks that retirement shit, please retire. Go home and stay. I'm tired of people doing it, especially Ryan. Bro, just take it like a man. You didn't check your supplements. You didn't check you didn't, like, if they were that smart, if you got all this money on the line and you think you may have popped dirty, why don't you do this? Why don't you take a test yourself, unofficial, to see if you pass it? Why don't you do that? Versus, this is a stitch up and I'm sick of all that shit. Yeah, they gave De'Ellen White 2 years. They gave, Jarrell Miller 2 years. So I don't know why we're crying about Ryan. And if he wants to retire, listen, this is what I should say they should do. Anybody that says, I'm retiring, you have to stay retired no shorter than 3 years. So let that retirement be its own band. Don't try to leave the sport and come back in it just because shit ain't going your way. I don't want to hear that bullshit. Okay, you're retired. You can't come back within 3 years. Yeah, exactly. Let's do that shit, because I think that's what Ryan's trying to pull. So Ryan will dog his ass. Ruiz will dog his ass. I hope Ruiz gets beat. There's still daylight in Georgia. Kurt, do you think suspension is harsh? No. I think fines and suspension should be a combination. You know? Is Devin Haney going to give Lomachenko back his W? No. No. There was no drugs involved. You know? So we'll see tomorrow what they fine him. It's 1 year right now. It's 1 year. So it's 1 year. And it is what it is. But Ryan, if he retires, I suggest they make it. He has to stay retired for 3 years. Yeah, real fighter. I like to see Miller win too, man. I'm sick of Ryan Ruiz with his no fighting ass. Eating Snickers and shit. No, I think Zhang will knock out. I think Zhang will knock out Ruiz. I would love to see that fight, by the way. Ruiz should fight Zhang. If Ruiz can get past Miller, he should fight Zhang next. That would be. I would love to see that fight. You know, Joyce versus Ruiz would be good. That would be a good fight. I would love to see Wilder take on Joyce. You know, Joyce got knocked out back to back. You know, so, right? So, that Loma versus Haney live stream was lit. Yeah, and so was I. I was, hey! I was ripped, man. I was so tore up. I was down in the Caribbean kicking it, man. Had my boys Bob. We were taking shots. Yeah, it was crazy. Yeah, it was a good atmosphere, but I was wasted. Miller and Wilder in Atlanta. Yes, sir. I love that. The battle of East Coast. You know? It's weird Ruiz got people against him now. No, he just doesn't fight enough. Ruiz is annoying because he knows what he's doing. The Anthony Joshua money ruined him. Since the Anthony Joshua money ruined him, he don't want to fight anybody. He's scarred. Wilder versus Joyce would be funny. Yeah, that would be. You know? I think AJ and Zhang are even as they come, and AJ had to fight Ruiz off the back foot, and so Ruiz beat Zhang as he gasses late. That could happen, you know, and I think Ruiz would try to go for the knockout too. That's one thing Ruiz is good at, finishing. So, but yeah, it's getting loud here. If you guys can hear, I'm in a hangar, so. Yeah, Matthew, I'm going to do a video on him later tonight. So that's going to be my last video of the night about Tyson Fury. Sorry, guys. It's a little late. Plane's behind me. So, anyway, I'm going to sign off. Thank you guys for coming on. We'll go live again tomorrow. Stay tuned for that next video about Tyson, the Gypsy King. Of course, everybody that's subscribed, thank you. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. And we will see you on the next one. And everyone has been counterpunched. Peace! Peace! Love you, boy! Lee W in the building. At ease, the Tipsy King.